Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Saug 9mm weapon review. Anyway, the Saug 9mm is, I'd say, my favorite SMG so far. Even if it's been through the little bit of through the nerfs and buffs and whatnot. Mostly because it's, like I said, a very good SMG, and people in the highest skill levels, like, the pro players, use it a lot. With less attachments, but still, they're playing kind of a different game compared to regular old casual team deathmatch. Anyway, I'd say for the optics right now, in the loadout that I'm using in the video or in the footage behind, I'm using a red dot sight. Although I am getting used to the open-ended sights a bit more, and it really has some very good iron sights compared to some other weapons. Anyway, other than that, I gotta really stress this a little bit is the rate of fire, because it's only bested by the Spitfire. So this thing shoots a lot of bullets, and you only get 3 magazines. The third magazine is already in your gun, so yeah, you're gonna be using a lot of bullets, and it does not have any magazine enhancements. It has fast mags, but then that's just gonna make you waste more ammunition, really. Then, um, I'd say another thing on the stats is its damage. It's not the best nor the worst. It's still, I think, a bit better than the Spitfire. And the range on this weapon is not that great. Like, what do you expect from an SMG? It's not going to be able to snipe people across the map like in other games, even other COD games. But anyway, the accuracy on this thing, like I said, is very good. Like, the recoil is not really much of an issue. Even without the grip and quick draw or stock or whatever, it's still very, very good. But anyway, the operator mod on this thing is Dualwield. I'm not really using it in the video because, one, they nerfed it a little bit, and but overall, I'd say check it out for a little bit, just for fun, because it can be a pretty different way to play around, especially like if you have like a knife or a combat axe on. But and especially with Ruin with grapple hook, you can really zoom around and try to run and gun, even though this is supposed to be a tactical game. um, anyway, as for the other attachments, is quick draw and grip. Like I said, this weapon already has awesome recoil, but then again, it's always helpful to have a little bit more accuracy. You always want to hit your bullets, especially with high rate of fire weapons, because, well, they don't really do the best damage. Then, another attachment I have on here, I think, is Fast Mags. This loadout, I've already kind of overwritten it, and I have a new one now. But I have a feeling I'm either using suppressor or stock 2 or something, because well, let's just say I like my strafe speed to be very fast because I'm used to Destiny 2. But anyway, other than that, a few other attachments that people may like is Fastmax. I already mentioned that. Fastmax 2, which basically makes one of your every now and then reloads instantly, which is pretty cool. Even though it's kind of niche because basically it comes in every now and then. It's not consistent like the stocks. And anyway, then you have the suppressor, which I know some people really like to have suppressors on just about every gun. And let's just say that the suppressor downs the range quite a bit. Even though it is an SMG, you're not really supposed to use it at the long ranges. So I'd say stick to close quarters, especially with the suppressor. And another thing on the dual wield side of things, when you're using dual wield, you can't equip all the attachments. And the only attachments that I think you can equip is suppressor and fast mags. Stock is not on there, and quick draw and grip is not on there, since you're not aiming down sight. Those are kind of useless if you're not aiming down sights. Too bad it doesn't have laser sight, because that'll make this weapon a lot better with dual wield. But anyway, I'd say this weapon is a pretty awesome weapon to have in your arsenal. You probably already have it since you're leveled up and whatnot. Probably prestiged a bit, but one thing I can tell you, people from the, the bottom of casual all the way to the top of the pros, they all use this weapon, or at least once. And I'd say it's a pretty good weapon, and might as well go try it out if you haven't already.